Dad, I miss you so much. Just to hear your voice again, just to hug you once more would just be enough. Hi, guys. Today's video is a little different. Today marks 2 years since my dad passed away. It still doesn't feel real sometimes. My dad was the funniest person I've ever known. He loved horror movies, strange mysteries, and he absolutely loved Elvis Presley. And I'm wearing his shirt, so please, no hate. It's in honor of him, and it makes me feel closer to him today. He also had about 100 nicknames for me. Some days I was Nickelodeon, other days I was Knick Knack, sometimes Punky Brewster, sometimes Pippi Longstocking, and somehow every single one of them stuck. He was the person I went to for advice, my rock, the one who always knew what to say and could make me laugh no matter what was going on. He passed away before I ever started making these videos, and honestly, I wish he could have seen this channel. I think he would have loved it. I think he would have been my biggest fan, just like my mom. So today's video is for him. Since he loved Elvis and he loved a good mystery, tonight we're diving into some of the strange stories, unexplained rumors, and mysteries surrounding the King of Rock and Roll. Dad, this one's for you. When most people hear the name Elvis Presley, they think of the music, the stage presence, and the cultural phenomena that helped shape modern rock and roll. Born in 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi, Elvis rose from the humble beginnings to become one of the most famous entertainers the world has ever seen. His voice, his charisma, and his unmistakable style turned him into a global icon. But with fame often comes mystery, and in Elvis' case, the stories didn't stop when his life did. Because the death of Elvis Presley in 1977 would spark one of the strangest celebrity legends in history. And for decades, some people have asked a question that refuses to disappear. What if Elvis didn't actually die? On August 16, 1977, Elvis Presley was found unresponsive in his bathroom at his home in Graceland. He was rushed to the hospital, but doctors pronounced him dead later that afternoon. The official cause of death was cardiac arrest. The world went into shock. Fans gathered outside Graceland by thousands, mourning the loss of a man whose music had touched millions of lives. And almost immediately, strange rumors began to spread. Some fans claim the body in the casket didn't look like Elvis. Others pointed out unusual details about the funeral. And over time, these small whispers grew into one of the most famous conspiracy theories in pop culture history. One of the most common claims comes from fans who attended the funeral. Some people insisted that Elvis looked different. They claimed his hair appeared wrong, his sideburns were unusual. Some even said the body looked like a wax figure. Of course, there are perfectly reasonable explanations for this. Embalming can change the appearance of a person. Lighting, makeup, and the emotional shock of seeing a beloved figure like Elvis lying in a coffin can distort your perception. But the conspiracy theorists, the funeral only added fuel to the fire. And that was just the beginning. In the years after Elvis's death, reports of sightings began to appear across the United States. People claimed they had seen him at gas stations, airports, restaurants, even walking quietly through crowds unnoticed. Some said he had aged, grown a beard, or changed his appearance. Others believe Elvis had staged his death to escape the pressure of fame. According to theory, the King of Rock and Roll had simply become too famous to live a normal life, and disappearing was the only way out. Perhaps the most famous alleged sighting occurred just hours after his reported death. Some witnesses claimed a man resembling Elvis boarded a flight under the name John Burroughs. Interestingly, John Burroughs had been a name Elvis sometime used as an alias during his life. Was it coincidence or something more? Most historians believe it was simply a misunderstanding, but stories like this helped keep the legend alive. Then there's the paranormal claims. Over the years, visitors and employees at Graceland have occasionally reported strange experiences: footsteps when no one is around, unexplained sounds, and empty rooms. A few people have even claimed to feel an unseen presence in the area once used by Elvis himself. Of course, historic homes often attract ghost stories, especially when they belong to someone as famous as Elvis Presley. But for fans who feel a deep connection to him, the idea that his spirit might still linger doesn't seem impossible. Whether you believe the conspiracy theories, the sightings, or the ghost stories, one thing is for certain: Elvis Presley left a legacy unlike almost anyone in modern history. His music still plays on radios. His influence still shapes artists today. And every year, thousands of fans will travel to Graceland to remember the man who changed rock and roll forever. The king may be gone, but the legend never really faded. Before we end tonight's video, I just want to say something. My dad loved Elvis. He loved mysteries, he loved strange stories, and he definitely loved a good laugh. I wish he could see this channel and the community that's growing here. But if there's one thing I know about my dad, it's that he would probably be sitting there laughing and making some joke and calling me by one of my ridiculous nicknames: Nickelodeon, Knick-Knack, Punky Brewster. Wherever you are, Dad, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you're still laughing. Love you.